Hello, welcome to Working Class Customs. We just came off the track, wanted to do a review on, I've had a couple people ask, so here you go. I have here my 2010 BMW track bike and my 22 BMW track bike. Today we thought was a good opportunity to discuss some of the differences, what kind of difference 12 years makes. We're running at the Podium Club in Casa Grande, Arizona, Podium Club at Atessa. This is the third day, so I've had a lot of opportunity to switch back and forth immediately. So we got the same skill set, same bike, we're running the same Dunlops. I'm running R8s, new profiles on both bikes. So what's different about these? Which one do I like better? It's kind of a hard question. I have a lot more lap time on the 2010. I've done a lot more racing on the 2010, but the 2022, I'll say, does everything slightly better. The 22's got more power. The 22's got some, all the trick functions. The rider modes are much improved. The Race Pro modes, the ability to adjust my engine revving, it's really not comparable. The ease of riding, the ease of turning, the ease of everything is better on the 22. I will say the interesting point is you don't need a new bike to go fast. I've proven that time and time again. The old 2010 here is consistently within a second, 2 seconds of my best times on the 22. And what I've found is it's quite nice to go force myself to run some fast times on the old bike and then be able to come back and run the new bike, and it just makes everything easier. Top speeds, we're geared down on both of these bikes for the track. I'm hitting 146 on the straight here on the 2010, 148 on the 22. Like I said, just slightly better. Not a huge difference. I have automatic auto blip on the 2022, whereas I only have automatic upshift on the 2010. So there's a change when you go out and drive it, but again, I'm not seeing huge differences in lap times. I work a lot harder to ride this bike as fast as I do, and this bike makes me a little bit lazy. Other than that, everything from, usability, I've found it easier to change tires on the older bike. I've changed a lot of those, so there's a lot of aftermarket things, captive spacers and quick change axles and all that kind of stuff. I do not have that on either one of these bikes. So it's just a stock setup on both of them. Things I'd change, if I had a choice, I'm taking this one every time. If I have a choice, I'm taking the 22. Sorry, baby, but the 22 is a better bike in every way. It's just a little more refined around the edges, every part of it. It's a little bit hard to compare stock to stock because I have aftermarket seating. You buy these bikes and you just rip them apart and do whatever you're gonna do, especially at a racetrack. So that's a little bit of a hard comparison, but is a 2010 BMW adequate on the track? Absolutely. talk about power delivery with the new 2022. It's got enough power. It doesn't really care. You can be a lot lazier going through corners. The power's just there when you need it. It's a lot easier to be in the right gear at the right time. On the 2010, she's a high rever with just a little less horsepower, more critical that you keep it in gear. Handling, I would say there's similar difference there too. It requires a lot more input for me to get this bike where I want it. On the 2010, I have to be much more animated in my riding position to get it to turn the way I want it to. Sometimes that's a good thing because it keeps you engaged, it keeps you from being lazy. I think that's why I run similar times on both bikes. All in all, start talking about price. You can pick up a bike like this for, at this point, you can get them cheaper than that, I'm sure, but just throwing out a price, you know, you're a $20,000 to $25,000 sticker price on a bike like this. At this point, you know, 12 years old, you're 13 years old actually. Actually, I just bought one recently at 8,500 bucks. A good operating bike. You're less than half the price to get one of these to get started with. But I would say that I've already started to find some issues with finding parts for this bike. It's not that they're not there, it's that obviously they're not developing anything new. If you're looking to go racing, I think if you can afford this platform, I think it's better to move to the newer platform if you so choose that a BMW S1000 is the bike for you. I love them. I love racing them. I've had the opportunity to ride a lot of bikes, out on track, off track, and the BMW fits me. I really like riding it. Anyway, if you have any questions, you want some more in detail, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll answer you anything you want to hear. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.